Greetings, everyone. It's a new day. We've saved the prince, and now we've clearly finished everything that we need to do. Good morning, Gail. We have something important to discuss. And I'm giving Bart a new voice again, but whatever, we clearly aren't actually done. Yesterday, we spoke of finding the Phoenix. And, well, you are the most suitable one to find it. You proved it when you defeated the Ouroboros bandits. And you proved it again when you saved Prince Leo from the kobolds. It will only get more dangerous from here, and having others will only slow us down. Time is of the essence. I will, of course, accompany you the same way I have until now. Will you take on this most onerous mission for the sake of the world? No, we're done. We're done. Please, Gail, the fate of the world depends on it. You'll die too if we fail. Do this, and I will do everything in my power to locate the abducted villagers. And I will see to it that this orphanage never again has needs for funds. Nope. Ha! That's it then. We're doomed. No, we're not. I'll go. With Max and the leftover soldiers. We may not be as able as Gail, but we've got, don't say, heart! Please, Gail, please! Nope. Leo and team it is. Let's go. You should have some confidence in my abilities. I've been told I'm quite the nimble boxer. I might even surprise you. And thus, Leo and Bart go off to save the world. We are done. A few days later, a myriad of ships appeared in the sky. Fire and fury rained from the ships for days on end. The people were helpless against their merciless onslaught. And so, the world perished. Well, that's the end, everyone. World's destroyed, we lost. Now, let's actually save the world. Phew, I have no idea what I would have had to do. I have no idea what I would do had you refused. I read that horribly wrong. Thank you, Gail. First, I shall tell you of the Sphereless. It is the key to where the Phoenix is kept. However, it has been split into 8 pieces. 8 royal families in 8 different countrysides guard each part. And only when all 8 pieces have been brought together can we gain access to the Phoenix. I know what you're thinking, but do not worry. We only need to find 1 Sphereless shard. My teammates are working on the other 7. They're further along than we are. Once we've got the Sphereless piece, we will meet up and assemble it. Prince Leo will instruct you on where to find his family's Sphereless piece. It is as Bart has said. To claim the Sphereless piece, you must journey east of Dea to Cosette. Is it Cosette or Cosette? I'm going to just keep going Cosette. Cosette is a region we purposefully kept depopulated, precisely to aid in the hiding of secrets. There, deep underground, you will find the Royal Archives. It is a vault that contains many historical artifacts pertaining to the Great War and even the time before. To be truthful, I've only been there once myself, and I don't recall a Sphereless. Don't worry, Leo. According to my historical records, your family definitely has one. It must be hidden somewhere inside. I have already instructed Bart on the specifics for when you get there. For now, you need simply reach the Cosette region. The guards will block you, but if you play for them the Royal Hymn, they will let you pass. The Royal Hymn is a special song passed down within my family. In addition to convincing stubborn guards, it will activate songstones bearing the Castella Royal insignia. I'll whistle it for you now. Repeat after me. So down, right, up, down, center, right. we have learned the royal hymn. It definitely has a royal-esque feel to it, doesn't it? That's it. You've got it. With this, the secrets of the royal family are laid bare to you. Consider it a symbol of my trust. Godspeed, Gail. Thanks, Leo. One last thing before we depart. Thomas says he has something good to show you. He said he'd wait for you at his sister's lab. So we'll need to make a pit stop over there. I will enjoy the village a little longer. Give Max a much-needed rest. Then we will depart for our own mission as well. May fortune smile on us both. And Leo doesn't have a second line of dialogue, so it's time for us to start talking to everyone else in the village. Starting with this guard. I've heard of the hardships the kids had to have endured, and I'm touched. Which is why I've taken over cooking duties. I'd like to help out in whatever way I can. Kids, of course, can't be expected to be expert chefs. Soldiers are similar in this regard. So, what do you think? How's my cooking? Well, we'll find out later when we actually eat that potato lunch.
I heard Bert and Leo have another task for you, and I'm opposed. Haven't you done enough? I'm concerned by how much you've been oversleeping. Clearly, you're very exhausted. It's okay to say no.
How is everyone?
The condition of the kids continues to improve. I've even heard some excited bantering this morning. Naturally, they know nothing about what Bart revealed. No need to incite mass panic, I suppose. I'm vexed. What should we be doing with what are potentially our final days? Also, Thomas said he had something to show you. Check in with him too.
So that's two people who have reminded us to go talk to Thomas. Well, we're going to check the other side of the village first. Sir Thomas instructed me to remind you to visit him in Rutia's lab. Or was it Ruth's lab? Well, someone's lab. That's three people who wants to go say hi. So we will get to that eventually.
You guys took my advice and let everyone have a vacation. It feels good to be taken seriously. The truth is, I only act goofy in order to make everyone happy. It was a facade. The real me is more serious. Super, super serious.
This is nice. It's been a while since we've had a carefree day. I guess, in a weird way, being busy helped to keep my mind off the sad stuff. Seth and I haven't had much chance to really hang out since the abduction. I remember he and I joined the orphanage on the same day. He was weird then, and he's even weirder now. But they're still friends, so I assume it's a good weird. Aw, I heard we were taking a break today. I actually enjoyed rummaging through people's houses with Lisa. One of the neighbors' houses we searched had a huge collection of maps, and even a metal hook. Do you think he was a pirate? Could be. I'm kind of curious as to the maps, though.
Hey, there have been a lot of new guests lately. If this trend continues, I smell an opportunity to make money. We should charge guests to stay here. I noticed Lisa is trying real hard to make sure everyone's having fun. It's like you guys are hiding something.
Having so many new brothers and sisters is great. I've been having so much fun that I've neglected to do my training. Last night, I dreamt I saw my old man, and he looked sad. I must train 10 times as hard to make up for slacking off. Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Whee! Haha! This is so much fun! Oh yeah, I didn't cry at all this morning. Aren't you proud of me? I've become brave at last.
And I know I'm changing all these voices. I have a limited range and I can't keep all these voices straight. I heard you're going somewhere again. Remember, no matter how far you are, this is your home. I'll be waiting and praying for you. Ella and the Pookie seem to have taken to each other. So cute. Haha. Would I like to ride too? Huh. I'm probably too big now. I'm fine with just watching. I mean, that's fair. Honestly, watching other people have fun can be enjoyable in and of itself, just through effectively osmosis-esque. I've been insensitive. This whole time, Rita was trying so hard to cheer me up, I wasn't aware of her own hurts. Now it's my turn to cheer her up, because that's what best friends do. Just like before, we also scavenged some snacks for you to take on your journey. You can find them all neatly arranged in the shop. There are new people in the village, and they're just swell. I guess I've been feeling guilty at how much fun I've been having. When the sorrows of missing family disappears for good, does that mean I've forgotten about the ones I used to care about? No. It doesn't mean you've forgotten, it just means you've managed to move on and continue on. These kids are adorable. A man can forget his ambitions in a place like this. But saving the world is more important. I shall accompany the prince once we've rested up a bit. My subordinates will stay here to guard the kids. Know that they will be safe. Well, that's good. Hey, Lisa, what do you have? I told the kids we're going to have fun for the whole week. If our world is doomed, I want the kids' last moments to be filled with joy. We've got to make the best with what we have. That doesn't mean I've given up, however. I just have no idea how we're going to fight back yet. Well, you can kick Pookie pretty far, so, you know, that might be something to try. But with that, we now need to head on over to Rutia's lab because Thomas has something good for us, supposedly. I mean, what with 3 different people reminding us about it. And Thomas is down here.
Hi, Gail. Like what I done to the place? It's not as good as my awesome lab, but it'll do. I heard you were the chosen champion in our fight against the invaders. I thought long and hard on how I could aid you in your journey. And well, I don't mean to brag, but I am the best inventor in the whole country. Maybe in the best in the world. I can upgrade your tools, make them more efficient and powerful. Of course, I will need parts. It's a lot harder to get them out here in the countryside. However, I do have a contact named Narf. He's crazy for moonstones. If I can get some to him, he'll surely deliver what I need. See those blueprints around you? Let me know if any of them catch your eye.
Well, before we do that, just to let you know, it's going to cost 10 moonstones for each thing that we get, and we currently have 28, so we can get 2 things. In addition, equip that broken blaster that we got significantly early, because, as he says here,
I can also take a look at any busted tools you might find. Come again? You have something to show me. Whoa! This looks like a blaster gun that the kobolds would use. It's alien in design, and yet somewhat familiar. I think I could fix it, had I the parts.
So we're going to trade 10 moonstones to first get this blaster fixed. And he contacts his contact. And that was a familiar teleportation sound, wasn't it?
Sorry for the wait. Your new blaster is complete.
We got the Cobalt Blaster. This huge gun can fire explosive missiles or a volley of bullets. Press triangle or top face button to switch between the modes. Press circle or right to fire. It shoots with great force, so make sure you have plenty of room behind and in front. And they're not kidding when they say it has huge force. It pushes you back each time you use it. Now, all of these are upgrades to existing tools we have. The one we're going to get is this one for now.
Double crossbow. It improves on the standard civilian crossbow. It fires 2 bolts in quick succession, and they both hit harder too.
We're going to get that because this is honestly really, really useful. You can have it fire in a spread shot in case you're not that accurate, or 2 directly forward if you want to do double damage for the same amount of stamina.
Sorry for the wait. The new crossbow is complete.
And all this is what I just said. To swap between modes, you press the triangle button. And now with that, we're going to go ahead and actually do some hunting for moonstones, heart rupees, and energy gems that we can get now that we have the Sonic Spear. First stop is the front of a Nuri Temple. Now that we have the spear, we can actually climb on top of a Nuri Temple. Because up here are some pots. This one doesn't have anything in it. But up here, if we're careful with this, we get ourselves a moonstone. That be careful so that you don't accidentally fly off. Because if you actually fall down to, much farther to the right, you will end up at the slime boss area, and you will have to make all your way back here. But with that, there's only going to be one more thing we'll come back to this region for, but that will be much later on. For now, we are going to head on over to the bridge that goes east-west towards the Atai region. At this bridge, right before you get to the midway point where we ended up meeting Fran, you actually want to come over here. One bomb is enough. To be fair, you could probably also just bring a crate over, but you want to lodge your spears into here so that we can climb on top. Because over here, we have two important things. First, yet another moonstone. And then second, pay attention to the notes down below. They are right, left, center, right, left. We can't do anything with it here, but we are going to need that later on. What we also want here, however, is to head on over... Oh, well, that was a weird fall. Head on over here because there is a guard tower. If I could stop failing all my jumps. Here we go. This guard tower, we have not been able to get into the top of here, and there is a prize for us if we do. In here, there are going to be two crates that do not break open because they are made of metal. You actually want to find out which ones these are and bring them down, because down here, there are two switches and wood crates float. Thankfully, metal crates do not, so once you get both of the metal crates, just bring them down, hit both switches, and you can tell what's in this pot because it glows. It's our next moonstone. Now, we're going to head on over to Atai to get a moonstone that we missed. When we first entered Atai, we made note that this tower was dark and we needed light. And then we promptly never came back in here. Well, now that we've got the crank lamp, we've got some light, and we've got some things to break open. And also, we're going to make use of the Cobalt Blaster because it fires explosives and makes it a lot easier to get this moonstone. And now, we're going to head to the Ouroboros lair for an item we could have gotten when we were last there to turn scrolls into Atri. In the Ouroboros lair, head right from the number 3 door, past the cat that we pet earlier, and we need to climb up this tower. Because all the way up top is a chest with some Rin! And by Rin, I mean a moonstone. No actual Rin this time. Now that we've got that settled, we're going to head over to Moonlight Ravine. In Moonlight Ravine, at the screen whereas you met the couple that we gave the ring, we want to head on over to the right. Because over here are some blocks that we couldn't open up before. To open this up, you need either the Cobalt Blaster or the Spear Bomb. I recommend just charging up the Spear Bomb using the Concentrate technique, then going down and doing what I did there. Ignore the inventory stuff. We are going to want an open inventory slot in a second, but this gives us a moonstone. Next, we actually need to head over one screen to the right. This area, if you blow that up, you can kind of see in those rocks there's a glowing thing there. That is another lunar artifact. We want to get that lunar artifact and not get destroyed by all the knife krill. So, the way we're going to get that is with use of the Sonic Spear. And not right here, as you see. Unfortunately, that area right there doesn't get us enough height, even with the bomb jumps. Instead, we want to come over here, and I know there's another way to get there, but just like before, I find jumping on bombs to just be faster for some things. Now, if we blow this up, we blow this up, and we make sure we have at least one inventory slot open before we fall down and get ourselves a lunar trident. And now that we have that, we're going to make sure we have some chocolate and head on over to Thomas's lab. So it seems like there are some peace ministers outside Thomas's lab now. These are last known coordinates of our boss. But this weird golem won't let us in. I'm getting horror vibes from this house. Best to approach cautiously. Well, what do you have to say? Oh, I just got injected into this pool for the 5th time. To be honest, it's kind of fun. Reminds me of summer vacation. Peculiar place to build a lab. It's far from everything. I like it. Well, I'm glad that they're happy about the lab location.
I come in peace.
You flushed her! Apologies, the floor appears to be malfunctioning. It should be safe to walk across now. Oh, okay. Hey! You need not worry. You have been approved by Master Thomas. Peace ministers have homed into this location in pursuit of their missing boss. I am engaging in the appropriate defensive protocols, but they will not hold much longer. Has Master Thomas issued any updated directives regarding the prisoners? In the absence of new orders, you may do as you see fit. I will follow your lead. Well, let's go meet with those prisoners. Hi, how you doing?
Oh, thank heavens, you came back. If I have to drink any more of that calorie slush, I will puke. This reinforced glass is unbreakable, but you see that suction tube on your right? You just need to insert a chocolate in there, and I'll do the rest. Well, we have a chocolate, so let's give it to him. And it went through. Thank you. All right, Gilroy, eat this. Ah, it's good to be free.
Yum, that was delicious. Can I have another, Mommy?
I'm not your mom, and no. It might be hard to believe, but Gilroy is just 10 years old. He's what we call a metahuman. We think they're genetically enhanced, a relic from the time of our ancestors. Gilroy's super strength will activate with the right triggers. In his case, chocolate. I'll never let myself run short on it again. Some people don't even know they are metahuman. You, for instance.
Gail's metahuman? What?
Or at least I suspect you are. Taking on that big old golem was wicked. Some might even say impossible. Well, I'll just leave it at that. You seem harmless enough. Gail, was it? As thanks for freeing me, I won't pursue your case. I'll even give you a nice reward.
That's a heart rupee.
Well, that's all. I doubt we'll see each other again. I've got places to be, things to do. Au revoir.
Bye, Auntie.
Well, that was nice.
We got ourselves a heart rupee.
Next stop, we're heading south of Astrid's lab. South of Astrid's lab is this cave over here that we never dealt with. Inside of here is a dark cave and some whatever they're called, gummies, the slimes. But also, we've got some of these big fish, which I just do not like dealing with. But more importantly, we have some things we can blast open. And honestly, the Cobalt Blaster makes this so much easier because it takes them out in one shot. Okay, that is something I didn't know. Come over here, fishy. Yeah, that's right. No, over here a little bit more. I want to take you out just so you don't give me problems. Man, this Cobalt Blaster is good. But over here, as you can see, there are some tripwires. We want to carefully climb on up, and each time you trip one of those wires, it is going to do that. So trip this and quickly get over here. Trip this one as well, just make it your life a little bit easier. But then climb on up. And this one, let's get some more light. This one we're going to want to be a little bit careful of. We're going to want to go fast,
or just tank a hit. Tanking a hit's not bad either. But get ready to blast this open. You can use Spear Bomb as well for these, but we get ourselves an energy gem. Next stop, we're heading to the Northwest Bridge, or North-South Bridge, also known as Kingdom Bridge. Over here, we want to actually head on over through here to this one of these banister rafter things. Because if you put that correctly, you can just jump right onto it. But as you see, that pot was glowing, which means moonstone. We also want to head up here. There you go. Got up here without a bomb. But you kind of want to try to just get that over there because, just like with the other bridge, we want to climb on top. Thankfully, that pot there makes things a little bit easier. And now we are up on top. And we have a songstone. At the previous bridge, we were given the notes, which were... There we go. Left, right, center, right, left. It took me a second to remember. But down here, we have ourselves a case with, or treasures with 50 Rin, and another moonstone. We actually have one more moonstone that we need to get from here, and it is over on this side of the bridge. It is that fish right there. So, equip your fishing rod. Give it just a little bit more than what I gave it there. There we go. That should be good. You can kind of see what you're going to have to do with this. You need to pull the lure up here, then let it fall down, and then pull it towards the fish. And now just catch that fish for yet another thing, which, as you can surmise, is going to be another moonstone. More often than not, when a fish glows, it's probably a moonstone. Not always, but usually. Now jump down, grab that moonstone, and next, we're actually going to head to Dea City itself again. Our first stop here is this windmill next to the blacksmiths. What you want to do is equip your crossbow, either civilian or this double one, because you need this box. You also need that box right here. So throw one of them down there, push the other one down, and you can tell there's a moonstone in that pot over to the right. Unfortunately, these two boxes won't let us get up there, and it's protected by metal, so we can't just use the sonic spear to cheese it. Instead, we need to get this box out of there, and then move all these boxes over to the right, so that we can do like we did on the left, and crawl through so that we can get to that pot. There might be a way to cheese it with explosions, but this is just the safer way to go ahead and get it. Next, we actually need to head to where the aqua line is. From the door to the aqua line, we need to head on over to the right, because through here is a door with a songstone. We now know what the song is. We need to double check what this song's thing is. There we go. Okay, it is the royal hymn. My brain keeps on wanting to do the prelude to Pansella, but for doing that, we get ourselves a heart rupee. And with that, we have gone and collected all the backtracked items for this episode. Next time, we are actually going to be heading back into the aqua line, because with the royal hymn, we have more access to another area of the aqua line. As always, thank you all very much for watching, and take care.